right, imagine if your office was a distillery. Well, one whiskey expert doesn't have to dream.
Alison Morris is here now with more on the man behind a very popular scotch. Hi, Alison.
Hi, guys. You know, I like my job, but I think this really may be the gig to have. This is about as good as it gets. Dr. Bill Lumsden is a whiskey scientist. He's a real scientist, and he shared his latest creation with me.
I'm responsible for the liquid in the bottle. So I always say to people, if you drink our whiskey and don't like it, it's my fault.
Dr. Bill Lumsden may have the best job on earth. The scientist is the master of whiskey creation at Glenmorangie in Scotland. His laboratory, the distillery.
So what is your job like exactly, and what maybe is a typical day like, if there is one?
Yeah, there isn't such a thing as a typical day, which is very good for someone like myself who gets bored very easily. My main job is twofold. It's to maintain or improve the quality of the current range, and the most fun part is to come up with new expressions, develop new whiskies.
Dr. Bill has just come up with a new whiskey, the 7th in the brand's private edition range. This one called Milsean.
Tell us about the name, about the everything we need to know about this limited.
While I do that, Alison, should I open it and maybe pour us a couple of glasses? Does that seem appropriate?
That would be an outstanding idea. Any objections from the crowd?
The product is called Glenmorangie Milsean.
Milsean.
Which is a Scottish Gaelic word, and it means sweet things.
Milsean has a natural caramel color and distinctly sweet flavor. It's created by aging 10-year-old original Glenmorangie for another 2.5 years in Portuguese wine barrels that were re-toasted while they were still dripping with red wine inside.
So after as little as 6 months, I was really starting to get this vision of candy sweetness. Take a small sip to start off with, just to get your palate used to it. So if you want to join me in doing that. And once that's gone down, let's now take a slightly larger sip and really focus on the texture and the flavour of the whiskey.
Okay.
Well, there was a bit of cherry, a bit of angelica, zesty, fizzing lemon sherbet, a bit of candied orange peel, lots of fruits in there like peach or nectarine, and then in the aftertaste, something a bit more oaky.
I certainly picked up the sweetness, but I could never describe it in Dr. Bill's terms. That comes from over 30 years of tasting experience.
Are you tasting whiskey every single day?
Most days I will taste something. I prefer to do it in the morning because my palate's fresher then. But you know, bear in mind I am in the laboratory, I'm not swallowing the whiskey.
So you tasting and you let it go?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a tough gig.
And it is a tough job, someone has to do it.
Tough job, but somebody has to do it. That's exactly how I felt spending the day with Dr. Bill. The new Glenmorangie Milsean is available now. It retails for about $99, but it's a limited edition. They only made 5,000 cases around the world, so it's the whole global stock. And Dr. Bill says he expects it to be long gone by the time he releases their next private edition next year. He has some very good advice. He says, buy 2 bottles, 1 to drink, 1 to save. It's gone in a year, and the value.
Yeah, all that high-end stuff they can't keep in stock.
Yeah, you find some of the older private editions now, and they're worth several $100s because you can't find them. So,
good time to invest.
Yeah. That's our business tip of the day.
Okay. Invest.
Invest in whiskey. You know what, Christina? It really was. A lot of times when they describe those candy-flavored things, I just don't get it. It had a very sweet, nice quality to it.
Wow.
It was
I can't wait to try this.
You'd like it.
Okay.
It was good.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right.